Hi, Tracy here. Detox season. My dog's starting to bark. I hope it doesn't keep going. It's not mine, so I can't stop it. Anyway, hopefully you can't hear it too much. Healing spaces is what we're going to talk about now for a few minutes. When we go into detox, and any time of year, we believe that healing space is a really great place to have set up so that you can have a space to go to wake up in the morning, to before you go to bed at night, to rejuvenate in the middle of the day. If you work from home, maybe you hit that spot at 3 o'clock or 4 o'clock or right after lunch or whatever. You pick your times. But a healing space is a really great place to have set up. And it might be tempting to have it be in different places in your house. For at least detox, what I would like you to do is really have one space that's set up as like, this is my dedicated healing space for detox. That space can be as big or as small as you have available to you. If you live in an apartment, maybe it's just one corner that you can have a chair or a cushion to sit on the floor or a blanket. And what you want to do is just have it set up so that it's ready for you when you're there. You don't have to come to it and set something up. It needs to be set up ready for you, all ready to go. Things that you can have in that space: candles, you can put your water, your morning water, your journal, your notebook, pen, blanket, cushion, maybe even a pillow, maybe a yoga mat if you are into yoga. Maybe if it's a chair, you're going to have it just sitting there with a coaster. And maybe treat yourself even to like a little vase of flowers or some pretty herbs from the garden, some sage and some tarragon there, so that you've got some scents that you can rub between your fingers when you get there. I'd really like you to consider having one spot as best you can and not be mobile. We're in fall season, so what we're trying to do is calm the mobility, calm the air and the ether and all the space. So we're trying to really kind of put containers on things. Think of this as a little container. My first healing space was in my closet, which was really only about 3 by 5, 3 by 6, and it all with the clothes in it and everything. And it was when I was first learning about healing spaces, and I was still really groggy in the morning, and I didn't want to disturb Dave. So I would just get out of bed and I would go into the closet. My water would be there ready for me, and I'd have a blanket or a towel that would be ready to just kind of roll out or lay on. And I would just sit there in the dark with my water and a notebook. And I would bring in a nightlight too, for if I did feel like writing or if I felt like reading. And sometimes I'd bring in like a spiritual book or a book of herbs or something like that. The Yoga of Herbs is one of my favorite books. And so that was my first experience with my healing space. And I know it was silly that I was in the closet with the shoes and the clothes, but it was a quiet space. I didn't have to move out and disturb the dog in the house. The dog didn't have to know that I was up and make me, want to bark to get me to have me come get her. I didn't have to disturb the kids with creaking floors. I didn't have to disturb Dave. I just went into the closet. So that was my first space. I tell you that just to say it can be anywhere. It doesn't have to be perfect, doesn't have to be pretty. It just has to be a space that you can go to be by yourself. And it's a space that is there for you, and you know it's there for you. All right, so this week, pick a space, pick your healing space, get your tools there, your journal, your candles, your nightlight, pen, pencil, even maybe a little sketch pad if you like to draw. Again, a little pot of flowers or herbs if you like that, your water, what else? I think that's all. Maybe a blanket if you're going to be cold, matches if you have your candle, all of that kind of stuff. So get it all set up, whatever you like. It can be simple too. If it's just one of those things that I mentioned, good enough. Just get it set up. All right. Thanks, guys.